How do you become a man that you're proud of? How do you become a man when you look in the mirror and you say, I am proud of what I see? It's hard. It's hard to do that. I see a lot of guys my age that struggle to be proud of who they see in the mirror, and even people older than me like this. The older you get, I would say, the more damaging it is if you don't know who you are and then respond in the way that you want to be. So, what do I mean by this? Well, when you wake up every day, you should know who you are. Some things that helped me understand who I was by taking a lot of time to think about it, particularly with doing nothing. It involved usually two things. It's either I would sit outside and just think, what do I enjoy? What do I think I'm naturally skilled at? Is what I'm skilled at define who I am? No. Okay. Is who I am just my name? No. Okay. What do I stand for? Does that define who I am? No. You just go through these questions and you figure out, what direction do I want to go in? And that's so important. Something else that helped me a lot was walking in nature as well. Both of these things were in nature, and maybe that sounds weird because you can think anywhere. But I read this book called Deep Work by Cal Newport, and he often describes thinking about difficult things, just popping it in your head and then going on a walk and just mulling it over instead of sitting down stationary. There's something to it, particularly with walking outside. And I want to share that with you because it's helped me. There's just a fluid nature, no pun intended, with me just thinking about all this. It just comes more naturally. So understanding who you are is part of how you can become proud of you. Because how can you be proud of someone that you don't even know, right? And I don't want to undermine this because it takes a lot of time to understand this. As you do begin to understand who you are, it's really good to just write out your goals, specifically with writing them out. People say, well, I have them on my phone, or I don't, I have them in my head, so why do I need to write them down? Writing them down, it's like putting in concrete. It's like putting them concrete on in your mind. It like cements them further. So write down your goals. Okay, I know who I am, and here are my goals. And then put time frames on these goals. And the next year, I want to do this. In the next 6 months, I want to do this. In the next week, I want to do this. And then do one thing every day that draws you a little bit closer to that goal. Okay, an example of this would be, in 1 year, I want to have biceps that when I flex in the mirror, it's no longer flat. There's a bump there. All it takes is like, all right, what can I do every month for this? Well, I should work out at least 4 times a month. All right, what does that look like per week? At least once a week, I need to do arms. So that by the end of the year, you're proud of that. It's hard to be proud of something that you're not going after. Like, there has to be, what is that word? There has to be depth to what you're going after. And it doesn't have to be, if it doesn't have to be described as depth to somebody else, but as long as it has weight to you. Okay, so you have your identity, you have your goals written out, and then now you do something every day to try to get to your goals. Those three things alone will move you along incredibly with feeling proud of the person you look at. Now, not all of you would like this next part, but I mean it with such genuine kindness that I can't help but say it. Your identity does not come from the things that you do. They sure help you feel proud of who you are, but your identity does not come from things that you accomplish. As a believer in Christ, I get so much peace knowing that my identity comes from him. And what does he say about me? He says I'm loved. He says I'm chosen. He says he knit me in my mother's womb. So my identity comes from that. Now, I can believe in that identity and still do damaging things to my reputation every day and not feel proud of the person I am. But it's just so good for me to cling to that. So there's many more things I could tell you for how to feel proud about yourself. But for these beginning like steps, really lean into them, try them out, see if they work for you. And then I would love to see what you guys try and how it's changed you. Thanks so much. Bye.